Well, you're not in it.
Yeah, I can say. Let me turn it around here a little bit. I should be in it now.
Yeah, you good.
Is there anybody on here?
Uh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. I'm on the RV channel.
I'm
I'm on
ready.
the wrong channel.
Have to turn me down. Hey, Becky, Jerry, Marcia. How are all of you today? This is beautiful out here today. The birds are just going nuts. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. How are all of you today? This is beautiful.
Probably because of all that rain we had last night.
Well, why would that make them chirp so much today?
They always do that for some reason. After a hard rain, the sun comes out and all the birds start in.
Oh.
I don't know if it's because there's a lot of food laying out there on the ground or what the deal is.
Yeah. Ah,
Matter of fact, it's going to rain again. You can see it over there.
yeah. It's supposed to today.
Yeah. Well, our rainy season starts June 1st.
Well, I think it already started.
Well, I was gonna say,
We're only a week away, so.
It's right on time.
Hey, Dalton. Hi, sweetheart.
Where do you see Dalton at?
The Bros.
The Bros. Change your name, Dalton. That is so goofy, the Bros.
Hey, Kevin. This Mindy. Kevin K. Wow. Well, and happy Porch Settin Wednesday to you too, Ron. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, like I said, we're going to get some more rain, but that's good because we really needed it bad. The ponds are looking a lot better than what they have been. They've been so low. and they're, like I said, when I went to town yesterday and they looked a lot better. I didn't go by all of them, but the ones that I went through, they looked good. Because I was beginning to worry they were getting so low. But I knew rainy season was coming. We got another week before rainy season, and I think it started early because we've had rain about every day this week. So the other day
rain.
We had some serious rain.
Our rains that we have here, I mean, in Indiana, we had rain. Everybody knows, rain.
Mm-hmm.
But the rains they have here, it's a deluge of rain. Like within an hour, I think Ocala got 5 inches.
Yeah.
That's the afternoon rain.
Yeah. At one time.
In Indiana, you got 5 inches of rain, say, within 24 hours. Roads and things were flooding. So they control water levels here really well.
But the rain does have a lot to do with it. But yeah, they do control the water levels here. And I didn't see, well, I got caught in the rain when I walked this morning, but I didn't see a whole lot of wildlife out. And usually that's when you see it's early in the morning they're out. And I seen there's two little ducks that walk around here together, and then there's the crane family. They got one baby that walks around in the morning. And
I haven't seen it today.
I seen them early this morning, but like I said, it started raining, and then they disappeared.
They still got the baby?
Yeah.
Figure an alligator probably got it by now.
No, it's still walking with them. They were up on the.
Hey, the village's chief. Those of you that don't know, the village's chief has a YouTube channel. I don't know much about it because, to be honest with you, I don't watch any other YouTube channels down here because it interferes with what I'm thinking of doing. That's the only reason why I don't watch them. It's not like I got anything against anybody's channel. I just don't watch them.
Yeah.
So brings up to a question. Somebody sent some suggestions in about the top 10 because I asked for suggestions. If you got them, send them. I'll look at them. Some of them I can't do. I don't even know where they're at. I thought here they are. Hold on a minute. Let me. I'll go over my email. You take over.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, it's we've had a lot of fun doing that top 10 thing, and it's not like everybody isn't doing a top 10, but we were trying to find things that you'd be interested in. The loves and the hates kind of thing. That's something that everybody's interested in. But like I said, with the next one will be, I think, the favorite restaurants in the villages.
Golf cart accessible.
Golf cart accessible in the villages, and I think that'll be interesting. Like I said, because we all live in separate areas here, so we all got where we like to go.
Here it is,
the best.
promotion request. No, I'm sorry. That's somebody that wants to sponsor my channel, and I've already told them no.
Oh.
That's not it. Where is it? I'll find it here in a minute. I got a lot of emails on here about stuff. Somebody sent me another thing about a free dog. Don't send me no more stuff about free dogs, because I'm telling you down here, there is no such thing as a free dog. And if it's on Facebook, it's a scam. And if it's on, what's the other one? Nationwide, Craigslist, there's a 90% chance that's a scam. And any pet store that says they got free dogs, there's no such thing. There's a rehoming fee, because they made a law you can't sell dogs anymore.
Yeah.
So what they do is they charge you a $1,500 rehoming fee. So
and then we've kind of made a deal that we're not going to get another one right away.
Nope.
We still like to travel, and it's kind of harder to do with the dogs. So probably until we decide not to go anywhere anymore, then we'll find one. But one will find us. They always do. When they need us, they find us. We don't have to do much. No. So I would love to have one, and I am gonna dog sit for a couple people, and I think that'll be good. I can't go. I would love to go out to the pet rescues and the animal shelters and volunteer, but I would want to bring them all home.
Where in the heck is it?
Just can't do that. So, but
here it is. Tom R. Tom R. sent a bunch of suggestions that are good, but there's some of them I can't do. And if you're watching, or if you do watch this, I'm just going to let you know why. So maybe other people, maybe they didn't think about what we're doing here. The top 10 things we're doing are things we are familiar with. So if it's a top 10 things of something that I haven't done, or Linda hasn't done, or Judy hasn't done, then our top 10 list isn't going to be part of that. Who was that?
I'm not sure. I think I know his, but I'm not sure.
Anyway, so when you, like, here's one. I'll give you an example. Top 10 reasons villagers move to a second or third home. It's a good question, and I can do a video about that in my own. I've already done videos about that, actually.
Yeah, you have.
But we're not going to do a top 10 of that, because it's a top 10 of like, and then the very next video has to be a top 10 of dislike. How do you have a top 10 dislike of somebody that moved to a second and third home? It ain't going to happen. And then second of all our 5 people on the W&L crew, Sue and I are the only ones that's moved to a second home. Nobody else has moved.
Not yet.
So I can't do a top 10 of that. Top 10 features of the village's homes that you like or dislike. That's a good one, because we can all do a top 10 things that we liked about our home, and we can do a top 10 things of things we disliked about our home after we moved in it for a while. So we could do that one. Top 10 activities or clubs that you enjoy in the villages. Well, that one there is kind of a hard one to do. We can do it, I think, because there's over 3,000 clubs here. I can't do a top 10 all 3,000 things of a club. I don't even do all that.
No, but
I can do the top 2 of the things that I do, but then you got to do the top 10 dislikes. I don't know how I could do a dislike of the top 10 things that I do. I don't know how she could do a top 10 dislikes of the things that she likes to do. So that's maybe a no. Top 10 things I brought to the villages that I should have sold. We could probably do that, but then you have to have a like part of that. The things that I like about things that I brought, and then top 10 things that I dislike about things that I brought. Maybe, that's a maybe. We'll have to talk about that one. But your number 5 is the exact same thing. It says top 10 things I should have kept or not moved. That's the same question.
Yeah. And you know, it's that's one of those things. It's a personal thing with what you want to keep and what you don't want.
We're not talking about them.
Yeah.
We are doing the top 10 things that us 5 have either done or not done, liked or disliked. We're not talking about the rest of the people that live in the villages. That's their likes and dislikes.
Right.
That's what my dislikes are going to be. I just want to make it clear. I'm not doing a top 10 dislikes for you. I'm telling you about the dislikes for us.
All in all, good suggestions, actually. But just
Top
a few
10
of them we
reasons to
can't do.
buy a new or used home. Well, we can do that, but then you get to the dislike part. Then how do I do a top 10 dislike thing of reasons to buy a home? See, that's the hard part, ain't it? We go through the same thing. This is the same stuff we go through. We have these ideas, but then you go, but how do I add that to it
Right.
to stay consistent?
We have somebody new on the channel.
Who we do?
Lisa
Hey, if you're
O'Malley.
new to the channel, let us know because we don't know half the time.
Lisa O'Malley.
Good.
And she says, hello, everyone new to this channel. Well, hello, Lisa. I hope you can bear with us. We sit here and yak for about 2 hours, and as long as the weather don't run us off or the yard crew.
Top 10 improvements, repairs I made to my home. I'll tell you, I can do that, but probably a little different. I think what we probably ought to do on that one is we can, because of the likes and dislikes, we can do a top 10. That's 2 for each one of us, and Sue and I can do 2. Top 10 updates that we done to our home that we like. And then we could do a top 10 updates we done to our home that we dislike and maybe the reasons why we dislike it. I can think of one just real quick. So we might be able to do that.
Okay, move on.
No, I'm doing my top 10 things, suggestions. I'm not moving on. Well, anyway, I'm done with that anyway.
Lisa says she's been following for a month now and have just bought a house. Well, congratulations.
Where?
Yeah, where did you buy at? Or you don't have to tell us.
You have to tell us. That's a rule. That's a rule. You have to give me a $20 super chat to be a member of my channel.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. You don't have to do.
And just Mindy's in Virginia. I mean, Becky says the pollen is killing her today, and I understand. I've had an awful time the last couple of weeks. It's just really bad for some reason, and I don't. I guess it's because everything's blooming. But yeah, the pollen has been really bad.
I don't get the pollen thing.
Well, I know because you don't have an allergy, so it doesn't bother you.
You never had an allergy your whole life either.
I never did either.
Until you moved here.
Till I moved here.
Maybe we ought to move away.
I can deal with it.
Yeah, they all say that until it gets worse.
Where do you want to move? You want to move back to the cold?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe North Dakota.
You are Josh, aren't you?
Maybe North Pole, Alaska.
Oh, Sanibel. She bought in Sanibel. Well, that's cool. I like Sanibel. It's a nice area. Of course, there's not too many places down here I don't like, but yeah, Sanibel's a nice area.
Sanibel's just north of us.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just around the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not too far from us. It's a good location. You're in the middle of a lot of golf, if you're a golfer. You're, I don't know, 15-minute golf cart ride to Brownwood, give or take. Maybe 17, 18. I don't know. It's not very far. You're closer to Lake Sumter than I am, but you're still a little bit away from Lake Sumter. And you're close to Havana Country Club. And she's closer to the shopping center up there. What's it called? Where Bob Evans is.
Colony
Shopping Center. She's not too far from there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a good area. Oh, she says when she moves in and finishes fixing things up, she'll have us over. Well, that's nice. So we love meeting new people. This last month been really, really busy with people coming down for the lifestyle visit and everything, but it kind of slacked off. I imagine because of the holiday, but it slacked off this week. But yeah, we've been meeting a lot of people, and some friends of mine said that they had some family coming down, and I said, well, tell them to bring their checkbook.
Jerry's trying to aggravate me already.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sends all suggestions and complaints to G1RUMP2Y.
That's right.
Thanks, Jerry.
Oh, this Minnie says top 10 RV spots you liked and would recommend, and top 10 you would not recommend. Well, we haven't been in
RV.
that many RV spots.
We boondock a lot. I like boondocking, one, because it's free. We have Harvest Host, and we've learned to really like Harvest Host quite a bit. But I do go to RV parks when I'm going to park it for a while.
Yeah.
Or if we're traveling long distances, I might go to an RV spot for a night because I need to dump my tanks and
Yeah.
refill my fresh water, which is a pretty common thing to do. But all in all, we boondock a lot. Like when I went to Roswell, I knew I was going to be there for 2 or 3 days. So yeah, I went to a local campground, which happened to be a KOA. I'm not a KOA fan of any kind, but it was there, and they have our hookups. And it was okay. It wasn't great because there's absolutely no shade in the desert, so you can forget that. And Roswell is desert, so make sure your air conditioner's working well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do. So far, I guess my favorite campground would have to be Majestic Oaks because I've been down there and I go down there and I spend probably a month at a time. But it's not the only RV park. How many are there down there?
70.
70 some RV parks in Rockport area.
Yeah.
I got hiccups. In Rockport area. I've always went to Majestic because my cousin was there, and him and his wife, they could kind of keep an eye on my spot because I would reserve it months ahead of time, and that way, if something better came up, she moved me around. She knew the people up there that took care of all this, and so she'd send me an email once in a while saying, "I moved you," or "I moved you again." And last time she moved me like 3 times, and so I sent her an email saying, "Am I still in the park?" I thought she moved me out.
Yeah. And they have moved to a new park that they're building. It's another Rockport Ranch. It's number 3. And so they're there and they're kind of previewing what they're doing to build the new park. They haven't got the pool in and stuff like that yet. So they're there watching all that going on. It'll be interesting to see what they do in a year's time. Because we usually go in March when we go. We may wait until April next year, but it's one of those things.
Or I may not even go back. I don't know yet.
We've done a lot there as far as we could
I'm
go.
trying to get video for my RV channel to get it up and going pretty good. And right now we've only got 1,700 subscribers, which it's nothing. And, I can't keep going to Rockport year after year after year because after a while, people look at them videos going, ain't I seen this before?
Yeah, we need new places to go to. And we went practically the car range, we used that as a base. We went out as far as we possibly could go and come back in a day's time. So yeah, we need to find some other places. But that's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying I won't go back to Rockport, but I won't be going back just to do video. I'll go back, visit my cousin, and have some fun. She said when we moved in and finished fixing it up, I will have you guys over.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Lois.
So they moved here because of the golf.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the number one reason
Lisa.
why everybody moves here. That'd be my guess because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, pickleball's got to be number 2.
Yeah. And they've got a new sport. I seen it in the paper today. It's called touch tennis, and it's you use a smaller racket, and you use one of those soft tennis balls, I guess. But it's a smaller range, and so they say everybody can do it. I said, I tried the pickleball once, and not a fan because I can't keep up. But the touch tennis probably the same thing. Same way.
Any of those court, you have to have quick reactions. So when they say anybody can do it, that's just an overall statement. It's saying it's something that most people can do.
Yeah.
But that's not true at all. Because if you don't have quick reaction, if you don't have a good knees, a good leg, good hips, good back, all that, then you're not going to be able to do it and be very good at it. So that's like saying bowling is something everybody can do. Well, most people maybe, but not everybody can hang on to a bowling ball.
Hey, Milan. Yeah, it's There's a lot of RV parks in Texas, but there is everywhere, and that's where we go. It's right on the Gulf, so it's a little farther south of them is the North Padre, South Padre. It's a big touristy area, so yeah, they have a lot of RV parks.
Lots. That don't even count the boondocking spots.
Yeah, you could park on the ocean or on the Gulf there, and
you get a pass from town. I don't know how to do all that. And you can park out there for something like, 30 days, 25 days.
Don't know what that is. Seen it go by a while ago.
It could be an Uber. Ubers are starting to do that. I've
Really?
noticed that at the airports. Yeah.
I thought maybe it was a private cab or something, but it keeps going
Uber
around.
Kind of is a private cab.
Yeah, we're looking at a car driving around the neighborhood that has lights on the top of it. And,
they're not just lights; they're yellow and white lights. You can't have blue or red.
It has the light bar across the top, and it's flashing, and we're not sure what it is. So if anybody knows, give us, let us know, because we don't have any idea. But they're driving around the neighborhood, or whoever it is.
Well, I don't think we have a private cab service here yet.
We do. There's Kim's Cabs, but
because Villages had it, but then they did away with it.
Well, they have one. There's a private one, but.
Do they speak English?
Well, I've never took them. I don't know.
You got to ask them questions, because if you just can't assume.
To get me where I want to go, I don't care what language they speak.
You got to tell him. He's got to be able to read road signs.
True. Okay. William, you crack me up.
Kelly B.
Please tell Skip to tell about the Siamese twins that moved to England so the other guy could drive.
Do what now?
So tell Skip about the Siamese twins that moved to England so the other guy could drive.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Yeah, well, let's see. Pamela Hall said, even though I don't live in the Villages, I would like to hear what restaurants you enjoy going to and which ones you don't.
That's going to be one of the top 10s, I think. It's going to be the top 10 restaurants, golf cart accessible, that we like.
Yeah.
And then, and we're going to do it. They're going to be the top 10 restaurants that we dislike in the Villages that are golf cart accessible.
Yeah.
Then we're also going to do, we discussed it, I don't know exactly when we're going, these are not going to be in chronological order. We're going to do the top 10 restaurants we like that are not golf cart accessible. In other words, they're just outside the Villages somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the top 10 restaurants outside the Villages that we've been to. Not necessarily we're ranking different, we're not rating restaurants here. It'll be restaurants that we each have been to that we dislike.
Yeah, and
like my two dislikes outside the Villages, guarantee you, will be not the same as Sue's, because her and Deb went everywhere. And it'll be different than...
And we eat different.
Yeah, and it'll be different than Linda's, because she eats like a cow. She's what they call a whole plant-based. She eats grass. So
she said
her
that
10 will be different than my 10.
Pamela says they live in Fruitland Park, and they're always looking for somewhere new to eat.
Well, we are too.
Yeah, and I said it's... I said it'll be in the series. We'll let you know. That's because, and then when you showing those on Mondays, right?
Do what?
You're showing those on Mondays.
My shows.
You're showing what we like. The thing.
I do 2 Mondays in a row, but they won't be like every Monday. Like this next Monday is going to be a golf cart ride, riding her down Brownsburg, because we haven't even done the next 2 yet. We're not going to do the next 2 till this Friday.
Okay.
Well, I got to have time to edit this stuff and everything. So this Friday we'll be doing 2 more. So a week from this coming Monday will be the next 2 top 10.
Yeah. Anyhow, Pamela, follow us, and we'll have lots of those suggestions, good and bad. And Jackie Van Auken. Have I seen that name before?
Who?
Jackie Van Auken. Am I saying that right? I'm not sure if I'm saying it. I think I'm saying that right.
I don't know. It don't sound familiar to me, but I'm not saying he's not new. I don't know.
Well, hello.
There's so many people that watch this thing, and they never comment. They just watch.
Yeah.
And so I can't tell you who's new and who's not new if they don't make a comment. If you're new, let us know.
Yeah. Becky Forbes says the tourist season is just getting started there in Montana. The traffic is going to be nuts. It always is, no matter where you're at when it comes to season. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably never get to Yellowstone because I am not a big crowd guy. I'm just not.
Yeah. This Mindy says it's always tourist season here in the D.C. area. Yeah, I know.
Have they got a bird nest up there?
I don't know, but they've been awful loud today.
He's not hunting. He's sitting right. He jumped in there, and that's the same one that went inside that tree over there.
Oh, well, they probably do. Can y'all hear the
See, now
birds?
he's coming out.
They're just, like I said, they just been nuts today, ever since we come out here.
Maybe he's looking for a mate.
Well, there he goes.
Are we in the way of something? Is he mad at us?
I don't know.
You never know about these things. Maybe he started a nest somewhere.
I don't know. Let's see. Do the restaurants in TV, in the village offer AARP or senior discounts?
No, you're in a
They
village.
do, but you've got to ask.
Not inside the villages. Who
Well,
gives you a discount inside the villages? None that I know of.
have you ever asked
Yeah.
for an AARP discount?
Yeah.
Okay,
They
but you
don't-
can get a village discount at a lot of them, not all of them.
Outside the villages.
Yeah.
Not in the villages.
Well, that, like I said, I've never asked that, so I don't know.
I have outside. My favorite place to get a discount, you get a 10% discount per card, not per couple, is at Panda Express.
Yeah.
And I found out, me and Sue went in there at 8. I asked them, I said, do I get a discount for being a village resident? She said, show me your card. I showed her the card. On the ticket, I got a 10% discount on my meal, not hers. So when I asked about it, she said, we give a 10% discount per card. He said, if you want a 10% discount on both meals, your wife has to show her card.
Yeah.
And it's a different bill.
Yeah, I have to pay my own.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which is stupid, right? But that's what they said.
Yeah. Oh, and we're getting wow. We're getting a panda. Did you know that? Well, we aren't. It's going to be in Trailwinds, where they're putting all the fast food joints. But
I was thinking we have to listen to this guy mow over here last week. Now we got this bird that's wanting to attack us.
well, I know there's something going on. I think it's got a nest here somewhere, or a mate.
I don't think he's flying around here.
Yeah.
He goes up there. See?
That's what I said. I think they got a nest up here because it wasn't doing that before we come out here. We come out here, and I think maybe it
Or has he got a nest somewhere else and he wants us to move?
well, it goes from here to the roof, back and forth. So, wasn't anything on the awning, was there?
I
you
have
put it
no
in?
idea.
Oh, okay. Well, anyhow. Oh, you love my shirt, honey? Yeah, I'm big on color. I love color, and I know I probably look like an Easter chicken, but
I wonder if that bird is interrupting our microphones here, because sometimes certain sounds come across the microphones louder than our voice.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Nobody's mentioned it,
okay,
so
well, I won't worry about it then.
yeah. Is there any racquetball in the villages? You know,
Racquetball, that's usually an indoor sport.
Yeah. I don't know if they have it up there at the
As far as I
health
know,
center.
no. As far as I know, they don't have any inside here.
Well, Genesis might have it.
Yeah, I'm going to say one of those places, we get a membership, they might have it. You'd have to check on that. But as far as sport here, not yet. But that could be something coming someday.
And Kevin says, go pickleball.
All pickleball here is big.
Yeah.
But it's not just here. It's a booming sport nationwide anymore.
Oh yeah, everybody's kind of picked it up. But you know, before we moved, they would just put in a pickleball court in the town that we lived in, and it was kind of one of those. It was an old baseball field that they put the court in, and nobody knew what it was, and now they're just going to town. And I said that it become a big thing. So
Top 10 wildlife encounters. But then you have to have a dislike, Grandpa. I just can't talk about top 10 things of our encounters without having a dislike. Dislike. I mean, how do you dislike an encounter? Unless, you got attacked by an alligator or something.
yeah. KM says, hello, sorry can't watch today, working on the farm. Have a great day, friends. I'll watch later. Yes, we will be.
She working on the farm?
Yeah, we will be recording this, so, it will be on later.
By the way, as my gift to you guys, did you ever notice that when we're live, you don't see any commercials whatsoever cutting in? You're welcome.
Okay. Jerry asked if she was milking cows.
I have, back in the day when it was all done this way.
Yeah.
because my dad would. I never liked it. I always thought it was disgusting. But hey, different generation, different time. We would milk the cow, and Dad would go out there. He had a pop bottle, the big 16-ounce Pepsi bottles, and he kept it clean. And he would dip it into the bucket. He would stir the bucket first to get the cream and the butter all kind of together, and then he would dip that pop bottle in there, and then he would put it inside the refrigerator. And he would tell me all the time. He said, "You can have as much of that as you want." I said, "No, I don't think so." I mean, we're not talking. It was never pasteurized. It was never anything. I mean, right out of the cow in a pop bottle, and my dad would drink it. I don't know. To this day, that kind of I'm thinking bacteria, all these things that could go wrong, and Dad used to drink it. It's really straight from the cow.
Kevin says you can't wait to play pickleball next week. You coming down next week, Kevin?
Well, I guess that's why he's wanting to play pickleball next week.
Well, I mean, he can play pickleball up there. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They do have it up there.
Yeah. Joan Clegg, hi from Ohio.
Marcia says,
So
you word it regret and versus don't regret. Here's the thing, Marcia. I've been watching other channels and what they're doing, and I've been talking about clickbait, and I don't like it. I never did like it. I don't do it. I try not to do it, but it seems like everybody else is doing it, and you guys are falling for it. So the reason why we're doing hates and dislikes and things is because it's clickbait, and it works. Did they freeze, or is it me? Huh? Did I miss something?
No.
From Ford Guy.
I haven't got there. I don't think.
You're always ahead of me.
Well, maybe I missed that one then. I didn't see Ford Guy. Didn't know he was on here. Hey, Ford Guy. Tried out the bourbon. Excellent stuff.
What?
Talking about tried out the bourbon. Excellent.
Dole Whip. I like Dole Whip. Ice cream.
Yeah.
I've had it a couple of times. It wasn't at Disney World. I forget where I was at. Believe it or not, I think I was at a truck stop once, and there was a guy with a trailer out in the parking lot selling pineapple Dole Whip.
Well, now you can get it. You can get it up here at the Island Poké, but and Disney World did have a patent on it for a long time, but they let go of that patent, so other people are able to do it now. And I said the Island Fin.
But are they as good? See,
I thought they
it's
were.
like everything else. It's if Disney had the best, they had a particular ice cream they used. It was processed a specific way. They have a specific pineapple flavoring they use, and it tastes that way. Everybody else tries to copy that. It's like Ritter's ice cream, and it's not ice cream. You know as well as I do it's not, but everybody calls it Ritter's ice cream. Mm. Well, Dairy Queen whipped ice cream. It's different. So if you made pineapple Dole Whips out of Ritter's, it's going to taste different than if it was at Dairy Queen.
Well, I made my own actually, but I did try it up here at the Island Fin place, and it was really, really good. And they every once in a while they run a special if you buy a poke bowl.
Where'd they get that at?
Well, I have no idea.
I get more crap on me, and I don't even know where it comes
dirt
from.
Magnet. Well, who is the little kid on Snoopy or Charlie Brown?
That's blue or bluish green.
Yeah. And he's
what did I touch magnet in there that's bluish green?
Well, you got me. Yeah. But.
Also, somebody says something about doing a top 10 on the squares. We only have 3 squares. There is no top 10 squares. You can't do a top 10 on something that's only 3 of.
Here's one. Tony K says, top 10 products or services I miss or have difficulty finding in the villages when I moved here.
So where's the hate part of that?
And top 10 products or services I discovered or have better experience with in the villages.
But where's the hate part at?
I don't know.
So you got to think both sides.
Well, you can tell, you tell what you can't find here and what you hate.
I could come up with at least 2 services here that we done when we first moved in, that in Indiana, you would never get it done. But here, easy peasy. So, yeah, I got 2 likes, but now I have dislikes, don't I? So, out of my top 10 services, what 2 do I dislike?
Service or products.
What products?
Well, pizza.
Huh?
Pizza.
That's not. No, that's restaurant stuff. So you're getting the two going
That's a
across each other.
product.
It's a rest. We're doing a top 10 restaurants. I'm not doing a product thing. Well, I don't like the noodles. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
That's confusing.
Okay. Skip's top 10 swear words.
I really have only one.
Yeah, and he's not supposed to be saying any of it, but he gets carried away sometimes.
Mm.
So, who was it? I was watching somebody else's channel. I was watching Tom the other day, and he had something to say about some woman that was cussing and wanted to know what everybody thought. And I
I
thought,
think everybody's got a right of freedom of speech.
yeah, I think it's very low class, regardless.
It doesn't make a difference. It's freedom of speech.
Well,
you can't have one and then say, but I want to take it away from you.
Well, but then he asked Alexa. He asked Alexa what she thought, and she thought it was okay for men.
First of all, who cares what Alexa thinks?
Well,
she's a damn machine.
I know, but like,
speaking of machines, I want to put the warning out there for the people that follow us anyway, about this new AI thing coming out. I'm concerned about it. I know most of you've got enough brain and insight, but when you get older, your brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. Remember, I know what I'm doing on the computer and stuff, and I made a mistake, and they hacked my channel. So it does happen. This new AI thing coming out, I've investigated quite a bit on it. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube about it, and the news have been reporting it. Beware of these scams. If you get a message from your daughter, your son, your father, your husband, and it looks like him on there, and he's asking you to send him $500 or whatever for whatever reason they come up with, that's a scam. Don't do it. You got your husband's phone number? Call him first. Just do that. I do that on Facebook all the time. I'll get a request saying a friend's request from somebody, and I'm looking at it going, well, I'm already a friend of them. So I'll send them an email because I got all their emails. And did you just send me a friend's request for something? And obviously they say no.
Yeah.
So the AI thing concerns me. It should concern you. Be very, very aware of these things because somebody somewhere is going to figure out how to use this to steal money from you.
Yeah. Kathy Plum. I don't think I've heard that name either. Are you new, Kathy?
Who?
Kathy Plum. It says, hi, Skip and Sue. Love your beautiful plant.
It ain't mine, trust me.
And Pamela Hall says she really enjoys your videos, especially the news. Yeah, the news is interesting sometimes. Yeah.
She doesn't like it, be honest about it.
No, I do. I just, I know it already, so it's kind of hard for me to sit and watch.
Let me tell you how it goes. She'll watch the news, she'll come in there, she sticks her head in the door, and she'll go, you know that little round thing you got that goes on there? It's annoying.
I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
I told her what decides what I do and what I don't do is by the view count and the thumbs up.
So what I say doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I'm looking at the view count. If the view count's going up, then I continue doing it. Maybe in a little bit different way, but I continue doing it. If the thumbs up keeps going up, last news I got, say, 110. This news I got 150. Next week's news I get 175 thumbs up, so whatever. Then I keep doing it. When those numbers start going down or level off, then what I think is if I can't change things to get your interest in it again, then I start thinking about doing away with it and coming up with something else.
Kathy B in the 603. Hey, Kathy.
Kathy B in the 603.
And Cindy, yes, the birds are very happy today. I'm thinking they've got a nest here somewhere and we don't see it because they've been yapping ever since we've been out here. Outback gives AARP discount.
I don't think that's golf cart accessible. I was talking about restaurants in the villages, golf cart accessible, that gives discounts. And I don't think many of them do.
Okay.
I don't think. Now, I know you're going to say, I see golf carts over there. Well, I know they sneak over there, but it's not necessarily what I would call golf cart accessible.
Yeah.
Because, I don't even know, does Olive Garden give a discount? Because I go there probably more than anywhere. And they're in the villages, and they are golf cart accessible. And I don't think they give a senior citizen discount.
I mean, we're so happy to be there. I don't think we've ever asked.
Do they?
But I do
know that some restaurants, and I don't ask, that they have a senior menu. But they
Yeah.
don't give it to you. But if you ask for the senior menu, they give it to you. And I don't know if there's a big price difference or not.
Some of them are, but there's certain hours.
Somebody told me that it's a dollar, say $1 less on the senior menu, but they give you smaller portions too.
Yeah.
So if you're not a big eater, that might be a good option.
Yeah. Yeah. And William says that we know he lives in Fruitland Park, and he has a yard full of tomatoes. So can you folks grow vegetables in your yard?
Yeah, you can if you know how to do it.
Well, and I said, would the villages allow it? I think is what he meant.
It made a difference. They passed a law. They talked about it about a year ago. Governor DeSantis passed a law in the state of Florida saying you could have a vegetable garden in your front yard.
Really?
And there was a big stink here about it, saying, no, the village's deed restriction won't allow that. Then another guy said, village's deed restrictions doesn't trump the state law. Don't know how that turned out. You have to check into it. But I do know, if you got it in the back, like most people do, you can grow them in the back. We had a neighbor back here. He knew what he was doing. He had in the flower beds on the back of his house, basically, where you really couldn't see it from the road. He had tomatoes and
green peppers.
Green peppers.
He has a lemon tree.
And a lemon tree. I don't go for the lemon tree, apple tree things. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, but he has some really, really good lemons.
But if you take care of it, it's okay. But the odds are they're going to grow. You're going to get sick. You're going to die. And them trees are going to be there. The next person ain't going to take care of them. And you're going to have rotten fruit laying on the ground. And it's going to attract rats and mice.
Yeah. But like I would, we really look for a good tomato all the time because the tomatoes down here are grown in sand, and the ones grown in sand have no taste.
Well, the ones that the villages grows are
hydroponic.
Hydro what?
Hydroponic.
Now that.
And a lot of people like them.
They're better tasting, I think, but still they just don't have that Midwestern flavor. They just don't.
And it's another one of those things what you're used to, and I said they aren't as flavorful to us. And I did get some out at the flea market. Now, if you've never been to the flea market, the one on 441, it's the Markets of Marion. They've got 1,000 booths, and they've got one aisle of nothing but fruits and vegetables. And a lot of them have dishes out, so you can try them out. And they've got cut up oranges or cut up tomatoes, so you can actually try them. And I said, I'm very good with tomatoes. I can smell the dirt, believe it or not. And I said, I love a Tennessee tomato. I can tell a Tennessee tomato from about anybody. And I said, I'm from Indiana. But yeah, they have some really good ones up there. Now, they may come from foreign countries. I don't know. They don't tell you where they come from up there, where I think the supermarkets do anymore. I think they have a sticker on there that says where they come from. But like I said, tomatoes I got last time was really pretty good. And you can get green tomatoes up there. If you like fried green tomatoes, in which I had some the other day at Ski Beach. I love those things. They're just really, really good. And every time I try them, they're too soggy. I never get them dry enough, and so they're just a soggy mess. But yeah, Ski Beach had some really good ones. And
did we ever find out if, I don't know if that's Jackie or Jockway or whatever, Van Auken, is he new? She?
I don't know. They didn't say. Haven't seen anything.
Oh, let us know if you're new, Jockway, Jackie, or however you pronounce that. I know I'm probably butchering it. That's what takes me so long on the Village's news. Editing is one thing. It's reading the damn thing. These names that come up. Oh my God, I can't pronounce them. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And with the illegal immigration now, they're pulling so many people over that has a name that I don't even know what it is because they got no license, blah, blah, blah. And it just takes me so long to read the darn thing. I'm not the best reader in the world. That was one of the reasons why I kind of started the news, was I thought maybe the more I read, the better I'd get at it. But I'm finding it's more my glasses and the size of the letters than it is me reading it. I don't have a teleprompter. So when you make the comments of like, we really like it when you look at the camera at us, we feel like you're talking to us. I know you're reading it off the computer. It's because I have to read it off the computer. It's here. The camera's up here. And I don't have a teleprompter to put up here. If I did, I could make the words bigger. And then I could make it roll at my speed, and it would probably be a lot better. But it is what it is. What I got in there is okay. It just takes time to get it done.
Yeah. Fisherman 12 says thank you. I'm not sure what for. I must have missed something.
Whatever it is, you're welcome.
And Richard Wiesner. Hi, Richard. Ford Guy. Oh yeah. Kevin says he's flying in tomorrow morning.
Is he bringing his wife?
It doesn't say.
It just says he is flying.
Well, that's
in.
what he says. It says flying in. It doesn't say him or her. It says
Did you finally
flying
leave?
in.
Did you finally leave her, Kevin? Have you had enough of it?
I'll let her slap him when she gets here. And William says, in Puerto Rico, my grandfather and myself would milk goats. It's kind of like buttermilk. Yeah, it is. You know, the first time we went to Wisconsin, I never took a vacation when I was at home. I went with his family. And we went up to Wisconsin, and we were in a restaurant getting breakfast. And they brought me, I wanted chocolate milk. They brought me a glass of milk, and I started drinking, and it was like pudding. And I thought, oh, God, this must be bad. It tasted all right. But at the time, all I thought was, you know, that it was going bad because it was thick. And then the lady at the restaurant laughed at me, and she said, oh, honey, you never had fresh milk before, have you? And I said, no, I never have.
Tell them about that hamburger you had in Canada.
Yeah, I'm game for anything. So yeah, we went to Canada once, and two things is at that time I smoked, and I said all the cigarette machines were in a different language, in French, and I couldn't. So I looked for something that looked like a Winston pack.
What's it got to do with the hamburger?
Well, I made the mistake both times. I was trying to see what it looked like, and I got cigarettes that what I thought was the kind I would like with the hamburger. I also thought that I had pickle relish because it looked like pickle relish, and I did not know it was mint. I never had mint on a hamburger before. I just assumed it was a pickle.
I don't think she ate the rest of the hamburger either. All I can remember is she made this damn face, and she said, "Oh my God!" She said, "That ain't pickle relish."
That was my fault, but yeah, it was kind of odd to me. And it might be something they do all the time. I would assume it probably was because it was kind of on the fixins bar, and so I assume that's something they probably do all the time. But it just was so foreign to me to have that mint taste on a hamburger. You
Pamela Hall, we will be doing that. So just keep watching those. They're always going to be on a Monday. So just keep watching, and it'll pop up sooner or later. I don't know when. I don't have any plans on. I know what we're going to do next. I forget myself. Actually, I sent everybody an email. What was it?
Restaurants in the villages.
Is that what we're doing next?
Golf cart accessible.
Oh, that's what we're doing next. We're doing top 10 restaurants, golf cart accessible. Next, that'll be a week from this coming Monday.
Yeah.
We haven't even cut it yet. We're getting together Friday, and we'll do both of those, the likes and dislikes. That's how I do it. And then when I get them off, when I hang up on everybody, then I'll put it in the editor, cut it in half, and
we have the whole WNL crew, so it's interesting to hear different points of view.
My 2 likes are going to be totally different than Linda's 2 likes. I can guarantee you. And so that's what we're doing. With 5 of us here, and we all 5 are different, and we all 5 live in basically different areas of the villages.
Right,
so,
right.
I mean, so we have different opinions. Like Jose, his 2 are going to be probably way different than the rest of ours because he lives way up north.
Right. Well, and then between the 2 of us, ours is way different. I know. So, but yeah, it's interesting.
I'm a meat eater. She's not. I was raised on meat and potatoes. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Yeah.
Give me some good meatloaf and mashed potatoes with homemade gravy, not the crap out of a can, and some, say, green beans or something like that, and I'm good. That's me.
Yeah.
She'll tell you I'm a real picky eater. I'm not. I just like things done a certain way. If you try to change my food, my favorite line is, don't with my food,
Yes.
and I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Last night she made a stir fry, and she said, "What do you want in it?" I said, "Let me tell you what I don't want in it. It's easier that way. I'll take
It
anything
is.
else. I just don't want mushrooms in it. I don't like cooked mushrooms. It tastes like dirt. I don't like asparagus in it because asparagus gets real limpy, and it's like I don't know. It's like it just doesn't have a good texture to it.
Sit down there, Jocko. And yeah, Becky Forbes and her husband have a um, ice cream truck or whatever you want to call it, and they have pineapple and strawberry Dole Whip. I've never tried the strawberry. That sounds really, really good.
Now you can't mess with. See, you're messing with the food. It's a pineapple Dole Whip. Now when you start that's my food. That's what I want. And when I go somewhere and say I want a pineapple Dole Whip, and they go, "Oh, we got cherry Dole Whip." I don't want no cherry Dole Whip. I want pineapple Dole Whip. That's what it's supposed to be.
I want to try the new stuff. I'll try the strawberry.
It's like beer. Beer's beer. Now there's different kind of beers. That's fine. But then all of a sudden, my granddaughter comes down and she says, "I want a blueberry beer." What?
Yeah.
You want a what?
World of Beer. They have raspberry.
Well, that's just downright disgusting.
She liked it.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the grandkids growing up, I can't say a whole lot. But here's what I always told them growing up as little kids: I don't care what you put on that plate, and I don't care how much of it you put on that plate. But whatever you put on that plate, you have to eat it.
Yeah.
So if she says she wants blueberry beer, as long as she's drinking it.
And the whole idea behind the Dole Whip is it's non-dairy. And just like Linda, she does the Whole Foods thing, so you can't have milk. And so the Dole Whip is non-dairy. Now the purists don't want the chemicals in it, and I know like Disney, they had a few chemicals that they added to it. I don't know if they do down here at Island Fin, but if they do it for the lifetime of the product. I don't know what that has to do with it, but that's why they do it. So there is a few chemicals if you buy it in a restaurant.
Yeah, another thing on that top 10 RV spots, you can't do that because me and Linda, we're the only ones that RV. The other girls can't even give an opinion about it because and they don't RV, so we can't do that.
Okay. And Jerry hopes Kevin will join Porch Settin next week. Yeah, Kevin, if you're around, come on over. He'll probably be playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Be too busy.
He's one of them pickleball nuts. Morning, noon, and night, pickleball. So, and pickleball here is big. And they're going to build a new, not here in the villages, it's going to be outside the villages, but they're going to build a new indoor pickleball stadium, courts, whatever you want to, like indoor tennis, be air-conditioned building. And that's going to be just north of, I want to say, 466, field right there. I saw that on the news 2 or 3 times. People are complaining about it up there. They say they don't want the noise in their backyard. Well, if it's indoor, you're probably not going to hear anything anyway. I mean, you got Shooter's World right down here in Brownwood. You never hear nothing.
Yeah. Beck says that Disney only had the distribution rights. They never owned the Dole Whip. Well, I wasn't real clear on that, but I knew that they give something up. And I said, when they give it up, then, places like Island Fin picked it up, and there's a couple other places that do it. And I just like the stuff.
Becky says they started construction on Southern Ocean Golf Course yet. I don't really know. I know that they've never announced anything, and I don't go down there that much. There's so many YouTubers down there that I just don't even go down there all that much anymore. But I know that they had it on their work schedules that I saw once. About 2 or 3 different championship courses are going to build down there. I didn't see no schedule of starting, no schedule of announcing an open date or nothing like that. I know a lot of people down there is getting antsy about it. They want it done. And I don't blame them. There's enough people living down there now that, who is that?
Julie.
I don't know Julie.
Oh, well, she lives right there.
Over there?
Yeah.
Last time I saw her, she had black hair.
No, she was always blonde.
That's gray.
Well,
that ain't blonde.
Aren't we all? I'm just saying it used to be blonde. Yeah.
People around here, that's another problem around here. People get old.
If they had a pill,
But anyway, what was we talking? Oh, the construction of golf courses. You guys need them. They've been long enough. There should be at least one open by now, and it's not. They're building executive courses. I don't know how many they got now. but I know they're building more of those.
Well, there's 3 championship courses going in.
They don't have enough restaurants down there, I don't think, right now. They should have more than they've got. But you know, that can all be in strategic planning if you think about it. The developer owns all the restaurants down there, basically. So, and the restaurants he don't own, he owns the building that they rent. So it could be a strategic planning that, you know, as long as no more opens up down there, they got to go to his. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, Vern?
Oh, yeah. Milan says the little guy on Charlie Brown was Pigpen.
Charlie Brown, what?
The little guy on Charlie Brown that finds dirt everywhere. It kind of stuck. His name was Pigpen.
What did I touch that was green?
I have no idea. You're in your room. I don't know.
It happened out here.
Well, there ain't nothing out here.
Setting things up. It had to.
I don't know. Oh, God. And Jackie Van Auken says that she's sort of new to the channel. Love to hear about the villages.
Who?
Jackie Van Auken.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes we get
Well, if you're
sidetracked.
new, keep coming back.
Yeah, sometimes we get sidetracked, but that's mainly what we do is talk about the villages. That's where we live.
I don't script anything.
You know.
You're going to find some YouTube channels here script things. They like to make sure things are said exactly the way they want, keeps them on point. They don't wander around. And if you're looking for that, then this ain't going to be your channel because I ramble. And ask any of my people on here that follows us. I have a tendency to ramble. I have a tendency to say things the way I see it, even though I know a lot of people take offense to it. I don't want to be offensive, but I only know one way to say things, and that's the trucker way. Take it or leave it, or get out of my way. I'm coming through.
Kathy B says, top 10 grocery store products that you missed from back home.
Oh, yeah. I'm the good person to ask about top 10 grocery items. I don't show shopping.
And top 10 grocery products that you've discovered at grocery stores in the villages.
See, you can't do that because I don't shop.
Well, you eat. So you know if I
can do a top 10 things.
Yeah, he doesn't do many new things.
No, I don't shop. It ain't a new thing. I don't shop. I never did shop. I didn't shop when I lived in Indianapolis.
Yeah. And Mimi says she's scared to death of AI. And I understand, you know, we don't know anything about it yet.
Just be aware of it, that it's coming. It's coming, and I'm thinking like a crook. These guys from around the world that does this kind of thing, they're going to look at AI as a way of stealing money from you or stealing information from you and using AI to do it. And that's what concerns me.
Yeah. But the amount of stuff that they can use it for the good is unbelievable. I mean, it's just a list of things that's just unbelievable that it will work. But yeah, knowing that who you're talking to is going to be a big problem.
Mel says that this is the first live show she's been able to come to.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't do the live, I said
she's been following us for quite a while.
Yeah, well, I said if you can't do the live, because a lot of people work during the day.
I got an email from a guy the other day saying, how do I set my YouTube channel up so I get notified about your live show? I don't know all the different settings that you guys have on your end because my end as a creator, my stuff that I set up is different. But basically, the way I understand it, if in order to get notified, somehow, some way, YouTube has to have something that you have to notify you, like an email. If they don't have if you don't give them your email, how are they going to notify you? They just can't reach out in the air and go, oh, that lady, I need to send something to them. You got to have something. So you can start a YouTube channel and put nothing on it. This is what I would do. And then you can put your email in your channel and then put on there for notifications and whatever. And then that way, if I put up a video and you're a subscriber of mine through your channel, then somehow you're going to have to be notified. Yeah. And I don't know if that's the problem going on. I don't know that. But all I know is I have a channel. And everybody that I'm subscribed to, no matter what they do, I constantly get notified. And sometimes I'll be notified by 10 different channels that they put up a new video or whatever.
Now, let me tell you what I run into. I turn my notifications off. I wasn't getting notified myself. But I found out I turned my notifications off because when you're in the store at your doctor's office or what have you, you don't want all these bells and whistles and what have you going on.
You just turn the volume down.
Well, and it annoyed you, so I turned them off.
You just turn the volume down.
Yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
I'm going to do that.
Don't be messing with you. If once your settings are working, don't be messing with them. You'll forget. I'm telling you. Just turn the volume down.
Or if where you subscribe on the page where you subscribe, go over and hit the bell.
Well, you got to hit the bell, and then another list comes up that says all, or you pick out what you want to know. Anyway, hit it all. That way, no matter what we do, live, video.
Yeah, and it's on the same page as the subscribe button. One's on the left, the other's on the right. And that's you hit the bell, and that's to keep you notified.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Kathy says, yes, we are closing in a few weeks in your neighborhood. Your flower pot is bluish green.
In my neighborhood?
That's what it says.
Who is it?
Kathy Plum. Plomb.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, we've got a few houses here that are for sale, and there's a couple that were rentals, and they are up for sale now. So, well, great, Kathy. Like I said, you get here, why, get a hold of me. They'll give you the neighborhood email, and I do the ladies' lunch every month, the last Thursday of the month.
So where do we buy our Hillsboro hat and shirt? You know, anybody that wants to have neighborhood hat and shirts made or whatever, send me an email. I'll send you the guy's phone number. He lives in our neighborhood. His son, he doesn't do it, but he has all the stuff up there to look at. His son has a printing store somewhere in Ohio. I want to say Columbus, Ohio. Or
he's in Indiana, in Carmel.
It is
or not Carmel, Zionsville.
I thought he was in Ohio.
No.
Oh, well, he's in Zionsville, Indiana. And so he has the catalogs. He's got all this stuff, and they do a good job. Matter of fact, our design here about our insignia is Hillsboro cranes. He came up with that. You know, nobody here is a designer when it comes to this kind of stuff, but his business is that. And so he worked with this design, I don't even know how long, till he finally came up with something that he thought was good. And then he even tweaked it a couple more times after that. And once you decide that this is what you want, he puts that in his computer, I guess, up there in the t-shirt department, design department, whatever.
Yeah.
And that way this design never changes. Same as the hat. It all stays the same.
And if you don't have a design, he will design
That's
one
what
for
I'm saying.
you.
He designed this for us.
Yeah, very, very good.
So,
and the clothing is very good. I got to tell you that because he's very hard on his clothes. And I said the clothing is very good. They wash well. They're not terrible.
I've had some of these T-shirts, or maybe this one, the yellow one. I've had some of these shirts for years.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I bought, actually.
So I've been here 9 years. This shirt's 9 years old. I'm still wearing it. I don't mind paying a higher price for something I know is good.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, it saves you money.
And the hats also.
My hats. I try to get the hats to match some of his stuff. I went up to get a blue one this time, and they got a light blue T-shirt that I thought was nice. I wanted a light blue hat to match it. And they don't have that collar hat, so I ended up getting a dark blue hat. And actually, I think they gave it to me. Yeah,
with the blue writing on it.
Yeah, they gave it to me because they didn't have the collar that I really wanted, so they just gave me this dark blue hat.
And we weren't able to wear them today, but maybe next time you could wear it.
But email me, and I'll send you his phone number and stuff. I've got his card. I've got catalogs in here. If you're anywhere near my house, drop by. I'll give you a card. I'll give you a catalog. And he'll take care of you. And if you want to start I don't know what Hillsboro area you're in. There's 2 Hillsboros. Our Hillsboro's the Cranes. That one down there is called the Pioneers. So I don't know what Hillsboro you're in. If you're in the Cranes or the Pioneers.
Terry Walker says it's pouring south of 44.
Good.
Happy Wednesday to you both.
I can see it down there.
Yeah. Well, that happened the other day. I was up in Spanish Springs.
Let me see if I can turn this around so you guys can see. So you guys can see what we're. I know we're so professional here. Yeah, can you see back there? Back that area, Finney is down here, and that whole area down there. So that's where the rain is.
So it's pouring.
If I turn this around a little bit this way, just to show you the difference. kind of over that direction is Deluna, St. Catherine, St. John's, villages down through there.
Yeah.
Notice how blue the sky is. There's nothing over there.
When and Terry doesn't say where he lives at, but he just says south of 44. It was pouring.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Hamish is in the house. Hey, land girl.
Hey, did you get your maps? I mailed them out a long time ago. You should have them by now. Long by now.
And oh yeah, and Kathy, if you get in the neighborhood here, like I said, these people are neighbors here, and every once in a while she has an open house, and we'll show you some of the things that they do have, and like everybody in the neighborhood usually gets something because we have the neighborhood logo on it, and they're great people. I said once you get moved here, why I'll introduce you.
Fishman 12 says no commercials. No. Whenever I go live, all the live stuff we've done, the W&L show, which we don't do that much anymore, the Porch Settin, whatever we do it, while we're live, I keep the commercials out. Once we're done, the replay will have commercials. You know, I try to make $1 once in a while, and it's not a lot, but every little bit helps. If you and the good test for any of you that might be thinking about joining my memberships, you can join YouTube members for as little as 99 cents a month, and you can join my Patreon page for as little as $2 a month. Now it goes up from that. Everybody, there's other levels. Patreon goes from $2 to 25, and I think YouTube goes from 99 cents to I want to say 15, like 99 cents. 5, 15, something like that. And that's per month. And anything that I put on those members, and they get a lot of these videos early before you get them. And then they get some things on there that YouTube has never gotten. And everything on there, though, is the big thing is it's all commercial free. Everything on there is commercial free. So for 99 cents, if you want to keep commercials out, join it. It's only 99 cents. Other than that, well, I had something else I was going to say, and it fell out. God dang it.
Hamish is sending you some love. Yeah, and Becky says ick mint on a hamburger. That's what I thought. I thought that, I just looked at it being green, and, I just thought it was relish. And, oh, my God, just got you live. Oh, you already said that.
I think Kathy Plum, that's been bothering me. I've been thinking about it. It says the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. She might be the one that sent me an email wanting to know who mowed our grass. I think I told you about it.
Oh, yeah.
And he told her, I think she's got a patio villa, which we had a patio villa.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you're on the corner lot. That's a big difference. But if you're on a standard interior lot, she said it was $75 he quoted her to mow, I assume only to mow the grass, not including trimming bushes. She didn't say.
Yeah.
It's all different. Everything's separate. Trimming bushes is one job. Mowing the grass is another job. Trimming a tree is a third job. So she didn't really say, but I just thought $75 to mow grass at a patio villa was too high. I told her to check with her neighbors, and
yeah, but I thought that name was Donlin.
maybe it was.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. Whoever it was.
Because the patio villas isn't here in our neighborhood.
Well, no,
yeah,
but in Hillsboro, I'm thinking.
And there is up by the gate. There's villas up by the gate and down what is that first road when
That's
you come
not
in?
Hillsboro.
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
All the way to the gate.
Hillsboro's on the other side of over
Honey,
there.
all the way to the gate is Hillsboro.
I don't think so.
It is.
I think that's part of Lake Deaton or whatever.
The first road is Cosmos.
That's like Lake Deaton over there.
Lake Deaton down Warnock and go all the way down before you get to Lake Deaton.
I don't think. Well,
I do this every morning. I know where I'm at.
Over there then.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I was thinking maybe Hillsboro. Well, around the corner here where Peculiar Villas are at.
That's Bernardino.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you go from Manatee to the gate. That's all Hillsboro.
Well, I guess I don't know where Hillsboro patio bills are even at, other than they might be down here at the Pioneer area, and I've never been in that
Well,
neighborhood.
that's what I'm talking about. At Cosmos, that's where the
No,
Pioneers start.
Pioneer is over here, just the other side. If you go past Evans Prairie, there's a road just past Evans Prairie on the right. That's Hillsboro. You've never been in there either, but I'm telling you, I know it's in there. That's Pioneers. Now, how far over to the left it goes, I do not know.
Well, you know, from here, the only one road that I know of before you get to Evans Prairie is on the left, and it's Collier.
Now there's another one up here on the right. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Well,
We'll get in the golf cart. I'll take you up there and show you.
You told me that the last time. I told you, I go through there every morning, I can tell you. Okay. Cindy G says they have iced tea beer.
Stop it. I have my beer that I drink. I'm not drinking flavored crap. There's no such thing as iced tea beer.
Yeah.
What else? We got something that says coffee flavored. Something coffee flavored.
They have coffee flavored ice cream.
I don't mind that so bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's not called coffee flavor. It's called espresso. Espresso flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
And then my granddaughter kind of got me hooked on tiramisu ice cream. Oh my God, that is so good. Expensive. But it's
Yeah.
the same as that cherry stuff. What's it called? Shortcake. Cheesecake. Ice cream you get.
Cherry Delight.
No?
No? Oh, that's terrific cheesecake.
Oh, God, it's so
Yes,
good.
yes. That's Blue Bunny. And you can't get it everywhere. That's what surprised
And if
me.
they do during snowbird season, like every other thing, they're always sold out.
Yeah. Well, that's why when they
The best stuff is always sold out. Hint to any of you people buying here that are new. If there's something particular that you really, really like, especially during snowbird season, if you go to the store and it's there, buy it all.
Yeah, and
I know that's hoarding, but
could you have green fingers from the plant, from the pot?
is it on my shirt?
No,
Oh, I don't know where I got it. I'm telling you,
I don't know.
that's a weird place to have it.
Martian wasn't that the bird pooped on you.
No, not unless he's been eating blueberries.
And Elena says she's got green fingers from putting out Miracle Grow. Yeah, we haven't done anything like that this morning, so.
No, I did get my new water sprinklers installed. I think I told you guys I was going to do that. And I ordered them off Amazon. I didn't order the real expensive ones because I didn't know if I'd like them or not. So I got the $9 ones, the piece. You can buy them up to $50 a piece because they're made of brass and whatever. And those are the ones I'd really like to have because they're forever. But anyway, I got these here for $9, so I try them. They're what they call the gear. I guess you'd call them that. Gear sprinklers where they come out of the ground and then you set them for how far out you want them to go, and then they slowly go back and forth. And they'll go 360 if you want them to do that. Of course, most people don't. So I put one in the far corners, and then I got two more, and I put one of them up here, and I watched them when they came on. And between those three, it looks like it pretty well waters 90% of the yard. And I'm thinking,
does a good job.
I'm thinking I can go around now, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 regular yard sprinklers, you know, the kinds that come up and go, just go like that. I think I can cap them off.
Yeah.
And I think in the long run, it'll save me water, and I still keep my yard watered. But here during the rainy season, truthfully, you really don't need to run your water sprinklers all that much because it rains every night, mostly. And like this week, it's rained 2 or 3 inches every day at night. It rained last night. Just a river of water going down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's unusual, you know. It's just doesn't usually rain that much. I said, our rainy season starts June 1st, so we're a little bit early here. But in the rainy season, it rains here every day. It's not a big rain usually. It's just, usually it rains, it's over, and you go on about your business. Cools things down a little bit. But this week, it's rained pretty good. It's the ponds are looking a lot better than what they were because they were really down to nothing. Bill says, hi, S&S, enjoying the show as always.
Bill says, quick question. Did the builder include an irrigation system with your property, or are you? Now, every house that I know of down there, they build the irrigation system is part of the property.
Yeah.
Now, you buy a pre-owned home, I don't know why anybody would take it out, but they may have upgraded it like I'm doing. Because I'm pretty sure on our deed restrictions anyway, not only are you required to have it, but you're required to use it because the deed restriction says you must keep your grass green at all times.
Yeah.
I know that's a hard thing to do in the summer here, but what they're telling you is you're required to use that water sprinkler to help keep the grass green.
Yeah. But the maintenance of the thing, most everybody buys the donuts to put around your irrigation. Those don't come with the irrigation system.
No, you got to put them in.
So
You
you
don't have to put them in. Most people do. And what that's for, it lets the guy that you hire to mow your grass that there's a water sprinkler right there. So he doesn't run over it. Over a period of time, if they keep pushing that water sprinkler down, like I had a neighbor over here once that I don't know who it was, backed out of the driveway, up into my yard, on top of my water sprinkler, and broke the water line underground. So that's why you put them down there to keep from breaking your water lines.
Right. And then they're just the cement round donuts. That's all they are. And I said most everybody has them for that reason. Yeah. So you don't.
Even Becky Forbes says ick.
Yeah, that was about the mint on the hamburger.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And Marcia says you shopped when Sue was out of commission.
Well, I did. Well,
he didn't have any choice until he found out DoorDash would do the same thing for him.
Well, that's only on cooked meals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have them go to the store for me.
Well, I've done that a couple times.
Well, no.
Instacart and DoorDash, they are.
I just done that during Thanksgiving. I mean, I went to the store and bought stuff, but I'm not a cook. I'm just not. And I mean, I can cook things out of a can. I'm good when it comes to TV dinners. I can cook a steak because that's what I like to eat. But I couldn't cook a meatloaf to save my ass. I don't know what to put in it and all this kind of stuff. French fries, hamburgers and stuff, that's okay. But she doesn't eat any of that. So what I did is I just called Bob Evans for Thanksgiving dinner for two. And they delivered it to my house for, I think it was a $5 charge. What do I care?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what I did for Thanksgiving.
But a lot of places have delivery too. Some of the pizza places now are delivering, and but yeah, if you can have it done that way. I haven't done it a whole lot because I'm too tight. I watch my money, and so to have somebody else bring it if I'm out running anyhow, kind of stupid to me. But like this last week, I get his Cokes in a bottle at Sam's Club. And Sam's Club's over on 441. And it's not necessarily that far away, but I don't go over there.
Coke in a bottle.
I don't go over there unless I have to.
Everything's better in glass.
If I have something I have to go over there for, I try to do everything while I'm over there. When I started to make an order from Sam's Club, because they will deliver, and I thought, well, I had a doctor's appointment over there, so what I did is I called and I picked up. They have it all ready for you, and you just drive by and they'll put it in your car for you. So that's also a plus.
Do truckers still use CBs? I don't really know. Times have changed. Half the truckers out there don't even speak English anymore. Before I retired, the Quebecers from Canada, they don't even consider themselves Canadians, I don't think. And they had their own channel. They spoke kind of Frenchy.
Mm-hmm.
They had their own channel. They wouldn't even monitor Channel 19 with the American truckers. They like to separate themselves from everything. Don't know why, but that's the way it was.
So you don't know anybody that's still trucking to ask?
Company drivers, they usually have, like UPS has a company channel. They don't monitor Channel 19.
Oh, okay.
We did the same thing when me and Tom went out west. We had, at that time, UPS had a company channel. We made it a company channel. The UPS didn't.
Yeah.
So when we were running out west, we had a company channel where we could talk back and forth to the people that worked for the same company we did. And those people didn't lie to you because they were with us. And when they said that there was something going on somewhere, we could take that for facts.
Yeah.
When you go down the road now, or even back then, I'm talking to some, guy in a truck that I don't even know who this guy is. He's liable to give me a road report that is a total lie. And a lot of them did that because they thought it was funny because they knew we were Teamster, and they didn't like union drivers for whatever the reasons are, and so they would tell you a lie. And so we just got to the point we didn't trust them anymore, and we had our own company channel. Do they still use CBs today? I would think most of them probably do, but I don't know if they monitor 19 like they used to.
Everybody's got a cell phone now, so it's kind of one of those things that if they want to call somebody, they don't use the CB. It's a lot of, it's like this, you can talk to a lot of different people that way, but like I said, most people just use the cell phone now, but they probably have them. I wouldn't know why they wouldn't. Ask him what his name was on the CB.
Well, I had 2 or 3 of them. The last one was Grumpy. Mike gave me that one.
Yeah.
And no, he didn't. Steve did. Steve. I can't think of his last name. You met him at the funeral. Big, tall guy from Tennessee with a Tennessee accent.
They're having a clue.
We was at Jimmy's funeral. He sat right behind us.
Well, but I don't.
You couldn't miss
remember.
him. He was like 7 foot tall.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Steve. I can't think of his last name for the life of me. But anyway, we were getting fuel at Story's truck stop when it was still there in Chesterfield, and we were going over to Heinz 57 in Fremont, Ohio. All of us was. And we used to run together in the wintertime in case somebody had a problem, the fuel freezing up or whatever the case may be, and we could help each other. And as I'm sitting there, I'm kind of picking on Steve because he had a Ford semi-truck, which back then, it was either Peterbilt, Freightliner, Kenworth, not Ford. And he had a Ford. And we're picking on him. And there was a lady way out on the base station somewhere, don't even know where, and you could barely hear her. And she says, "Boy, that one guy sounded like a big shit." She's talking about me because I'm picking on him. And Steve spoke up. She goes, "Yeah, that's why they call him Grumpy." And it stuck. I don't know why it stuck, but it stuck.
Okay. David S. says it's 62 degrees in Indiana today. That's long underwear weather in the villages. Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Indiana are you? Because I looked at our paper today, and it said it was going to be 83 in Indiana today. So
Today?
Yeah, this morning's paper.
Well, yeah, a race is coming up. Race was either going to be, well, the race on Memorial Day could be anything. It could be windy. That's a problem. It'd be a lot of rain. That's a big problem. I can remember one time on the race, the track was hot. I don't remember what race that was, but it was like in the 80s that day, and the track was hot. And they were talking about how the tires was failing fast because of the hot track. Back in the day.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you want me to tell you the year or what?
No, I don't remember what year.
Yeah, sometimes they get that. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not. So the writer's track has no effect at all on Skip and Sue. No, we don't have writers.
Strike?
Yes, the writers has been on strike, and then the talk shows, it's on TV, and the late night shows and what have you, they have writers.
Who's going to write my show?
Well, that's what I said. We don't have writers.
I don't have writers.
We should have sometimes,
maybe I should.
I think.
Yeah, maybe I should because I ramble too much.
Yeah. And Becky says it's 57 and light rain there, and I said I know she's in Montana, so yeah, so that's not too bad actually for this time of year.
See, look at here. Mimi Alf said she got AI'd and it killed her. How I found out it happened is I went to buy a car, and my Social Security number was listed as deceased.
Oh.
When I was driving down here, my bank informed me that they were taking $1,250 a day. Now, I don't know how this AI thing works, but I'm telling you, this could be a serious problem.
Yeah.
Just beware. Beware.
Terry Walker says Southern Oaks has been open for quite some time.
Who?
Terry Walker.
What's been open?
Southern Oaks, the championship course down there.
No, they don't have a championship course yet.
Yes, they do.
I just talked to Linda. She said they got 3 of them, and none of them's open yet.
Well, and like I said, that might have not been one of them.
No. They always do a big thing on the Villages thing. Go there. Whenever they open up a championship golf course, the crew shows up, and they have a lottery number of who gets the tee off first at these championship courses.
Oh, okay.
And if there's a championship course there, then you tell me, what's the name of the restaurant that's there? There is none.
Well, I know the golf store is inside Sawgrass.
That might be the golf store, but that has nothing to do with the championship course. The championship course is it's not an executive course. Championship course will be 27 holes, and it'll have a restaurant, a bar, all the stuff that goes with it. And if it's there, Nobody's ever informed me about it, and I keep an eye on that.
Well, like I said, we will have to check into it. Jennifer, new
I was
subscriber.
gonna say, because if it's open, I'm going down there,
Yeah.
check it out.
Well, hi, Jennifer. How are you doing?
You say she's new?
Yes, she says she's new.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, we're sitting here agreeing to disagree,
Well, we always do that.
as always. Yeah. And hope you like us. I said you come back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I said we're usually on here, one of us.
No, we only do this on Wednesday. We don't do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
You are on YouTube Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
We have stuff that happens on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but if you like Porch Settin, it's only on Wednesday. Friday is my news, which right now seems to be the most popular thing we do. It's still going up in viewership. Porch Settin's kind of leveled off, so I'm keeping an eye on it. If it starts to drop, then we're going to do away with this and find something else to do. Monday is usually my videos of some kind. Here lately, we got a top 10 series that this next Monday won't be there. But if you're new, go in my library. The last 2 top 10s are on there. There's actually a special folder for top 10s only. There's 2 of them on there, likes and dislikes about the villages. So anyway, stuff's there. Just go down there and click on what you want. And there's 1,600 videos, man. Have fun.
Yeah. And we sit here and talk with our friends and answer questions about the villages that we know. And basically, that's about it. We don't do anything important.
KJ says our audio sounds tinny.
Yeah.
I've always said that too. It's just these little mics and my iPad. My iPad's an old iPad, so I know the audio in the iPad isn't as good as it is on the newer ones. I thought about getting a newer iPad for just this, but a new iPad's around $400 now. And I don't know if I want to spend $400 to do something that we may or may not be doing next month. I'll just try to get it closer to my mouth. Maybe it'll sound a little better for you.
Yeah. Fisherman 12, see ya. That's evidently it's got to go.
Iced tea beer. Oh my God, Cindy. That is awful.
Yeah, and Terry Walker's is
You might as well drink cherry coffee or grape coffee. How's that? Does that sound disgusting?
Oh, you drink lattes.
That's not got flavoring in it. It's just espresso and milk.
It's the same thing. You're putting
It's just no different than having cream in your coffee. It's just whipped. That's the only difference.
You're just putting stuff in your coffee. Okay.
I'm not putting anything in the coffee. It's coffee and milk. What do you put in your regular coffee? It's coffee and milk.
Only if you take milk.
Everything is a product of milk. I don't care if you buy a creamer or whatever. It's all a product of milk.
The dry creamers you buy, they are non-dairy.
I don't use dry creamer. I'm talking what I use right here, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't care what they use in Australia, because in Australia they don't call it lattes. They call it flat white.
Flat white.
And I've actually thought about trying to make a flat white, but I'm watching YouTube about how to do it, and I'm not sure I can.
Yeah.
Well,
We've got this foo-foo coffee machine.
I do like it. I like that
does
stuff.
Different things,
but it's not flavored. I would make cherry coffee, lemon coffee. That's disgusting.
It's like booze.
It ain't like booze.
Well, I mean, some people like it straight. Some people like it with cinnamon in it. Some people like it with,
What did I tell you about that cinnamon whiskey that these guys told me to try?
I know. You don't like it. That doesn't mean the whole world doesn't
I don't get it.
So.
What's it called? Fireball.
Fireball.
That seems to be a big thing around here. Everybody seems to like Fireball. Well, I tasted Fireball. It's disgusting.
Kind of like moonshine. John D says, I'll be there for the first time Friday around 5. We are driving down to visit my friend's dad who has been there for 20 years. Well, you'll love it down here, John. I mean,
if he's been here for 20 years, he's getting up there in age. You better get down here and visit him while you can.
Yeah. So, you'll love it down here, and you'll know why he's been here for 20 years.
What village is he in? Or it doesn't say?
Doesn't say, no. Now, Becky Forbes says she has YouTube Premium, so everything she watches is commercial free.
Becky says they put out a video about Southern Oaks about a month ago. Well, you're saying Southern Oaks. Are you saying Southern Oaks Country Club or just Southern Oaks? Southern Oaks is a village, and it's a big one. And yeah,
But the golf course is also going to be called Southern
are
Oaks.
we talking country club?
I don't
Because
think
they have 101 executive courses, and that's not the same.
I don't think the country club's built. Just the course.
Well, she says the video, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay.
She just says Southern Oaks.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm going to check. I'm going to check and find out if that's the case. I don't think it is, but if it is, I will let you know because I'll go down there and check out the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because it'll have to be an FMK restaurant. Who else would go in there?
Yeah. Then I'm not saying anything. Yeah, everybody, hit that thumbs up button. That helps us out a lot. And that's a lot of times we see your names and the amount of people we have watching, like today. And I said, you don't see that many thumbs up. So
Marcia said I went shopping when you were out of commission. I did, but I had trouble. If you saw those videos,
yeah.
I had trouble shopping. And I went in. This is when, it must have been before COVID. Because I remember going to the store at night. They were 24/7. And I don't think none of them are 24/7 anymore.
Yeah, it was just before COVID, yeah.
But I don't think none of them are 24/7 anymore.
Some of them, not everything.
Which one's 24/7?
I think that Publix over there still is.
Oh, we're where?
Trillwins.
It is?
I'm not sure.
That's where I went.
I think that's where it is.
Because the Winn-Dixie at Pinellas was not. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And so I went to over there like at 10 o'clock at night. And that's when I like to go shopping if I have to shop. I want to go at night when there's nobody around, go in and walk up and down the aisles, cussing and raising hell because I can't find nothing.
And then I said, most of them do close around 9 or 10, yeah.
Yeah. So if you watch that video of me shopping, or if you haven't watched that video of me shopping, go watch. Get a good laugh. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And he honestly, before that, had not been in a store in about 8 years.
Mm-mm.
I mean, seriously. So the prices just wowed him for one. And then trying to find, he'd never been anywhere and tried to find anything other than the convenience stores you find when you get gas. He'd been in those. And that was about it.
I go there because it's easy in, easy out.
Well, when we're in the motorhome, you always went in there and got chips or something.
Yeah, easy in, easy out.
But other than that, he hadn't been buying groceries. And, you'd think he complained about the price of cheese. You can imagine what he thought about the price of hamburger.
I don't know if I bought any hamburger. Did I? I don't really buy meat at the grocery store as much anymore because most of the meat at the grocery stores around here suck. I mean, I like good meat, and whenever I'm eating a steak and it's got gristle in it, and that's all you do is chew on gristle, that ain't good meat. I don't like it. So you've been getting steaks where?
Fresh Market.
I haven't had a problem with those.
I've not tried their ground beef yet, but
it's probably
but
not
the steaks.
It's probably not the cheapest steaks around.
No.
But what's cheaper? Eating half of something that's half crap and then throw half of it away, or to get something that costs a little more but you eat all of it?
Yeah. And Jerry wants to know what happened to Wrestler. So did Healthy Home Cooking finally take him out?
I don't know. I haven't seen him on here for quite a while. He was on, what did we do? And he showed up. We done something, and he showed up on something. Oh, the live phone call in. I did that last week sometime.
Saturday, I believe.
I made a file for live called chat. So anyway, we had a live phone call. I do that once in a while where you can call in on the phone and talk or ask questions or make comments. And he showed up for that. So I don't know if he's just sick of doing it, being a moderator, or if he's just busy at school, because he does work at school. I think he's a professor, isn't he? Isn't he a professor?
I'm not sure what he does. I'm not sure what he does.
He is much highly more educated, and he is more educated, pertinent. Things are more important to him than it is me.
He's very educated, yes. Yeah. Dorothea says, hi, Skip and Sue. Charlotte here from Irwin, Pennsylvania. We are having beautiful weather today. How's your weather? Well, as you can see, it's beautiful out here right now. They're telling me that down south of us, they're raining pretty hard, but so far we're still good. We're getting a little bit of the wind off of it, but not bad. And as warm as it is, it feels pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's not too hot out here. It's a little muggy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can feel it, but all in all, it's not too bad.
Yeah, Mel says, skip replay. I watch. It's worth watching. You guys, even with them, truly appreciate all the info.
Huh? What's the shopping thing?
I guess. You're just talking about the replay. So,
Well, if you're
talking about the replay of this show, yeah, and I don't know how much you learned from it, but we give a few tips.
I thought maybe she was talking about the replay of the shopping, grocery shopping.
Well, that too, you learn a few things.
You can realize just how dumb I really am when it comes to shopping. It was so bad that there was a guy in the store. He probably thought I was some crazy old man. He came up to me while the camera was running and saying, "How you doing, sir?" And I said, "I'm doing okay." He said, "Can I help you with anything?" I'm the only guy in the store. He wants to help me. So, yeah, we had this conversation about $7 for 9 slices of cheese.
Yeah, it's an art when you go grocery shopping, let me tell you. And like I said, I've done it for 70 years, and it's still, every time I go, there's something different. Last time I went to the store, I noticed that they had changed everything backwards from what it was. Why, I don't know. Maybe a marketing genius told them to do that. But like I said, when they had bread up here on this first aisle and ice cream on the last aisle, they changed it around where they had ice cream on the first aisle and the bread the last aisle. Who knows? But they said that messes me up. But if I go into a store that I don't know anything about, like I said, until I find the right spaces.
Show you how stupid some of this so-called logic is in grocery stores. I understand they say put this down here because that's kids' eye level, and so they put stuff down here for kids. I got all that. We're looking for toothpaste. She's in a wheelchair because I said, "You're going with me next time." She's behind me in a wheelchair. She said, "I need some toothpaste." I said, "What kind you want?" She tells me what she's looking for. We're over in the toothpaste aisle. Row after row after row of every amount of toothpaste you could possibly imagine. I said, "They don't have any." The pharmacy guy was bored. He comes out and he says, "Can I help you find anything?" I said, "Yeah, we're looking for this blah, blah, blah toothpaste." "Oh," he said, "it's down here just past the turkeys on the right." So I look at this guy and go, "The toothpaste is here. Why on God's green earth is there toothpaste down here by the turkeys?" It just didn't make sense to me.
Yep. Well, Cindy says the Turner iced tea beer came out in April. Well, I haven't seen any of it, but I'm not a beer drinker either, so it doesn't sound that great to me.
I just can't imagine real beer drinkers drinking this. I can imagine maybe some women. I think that's what a lot of this flavored beer is about, is to get women involved with beer drinking.
Yeah. And Gary XYZ says there is Turner tea from City Beer.
Did you say hi to Jennifer, the new subscriber?
I did. Okay. I did.
I'll say hi too. She's always ahead of me.
Yeah. And also Yingling with Hershey's chocolate beer. I've had the chocolate wine. I've never had chocolate beer, but like I said, I'm not a beer drinker. So, but the chocolate wine, we've got a friend that she loves it.
I'm probably not going to drink that either.
We know Jean loves the chocolate beer.
No, she likes the chocolate wine.
Yeah, the chocolate wine, yeah. And like I said, it wasn't my favorite. It was okay. Just, wasn't a big deal to me. But even Hershey's chocolate. Maybe you're talking about getting a Ying and putting your own chocolate in it.
Well, I don't know. Chocolate is one of them funny flavors. I mean, it's just one of them flavors that people, chocolate with this or chocolate with that.
And I just about eat chocolate with anything. But.
And then, to me, though, there's just some things that just doesn't fit. There's certain flavors to my mouth just says spit it out. Like if you're eating salad, let's say at a restaurant, you go to a restaurant and get a steak and a beer, or a steak and a beer, baked potato and salad. The odds are I'm going to let that beer sit there. I'm not even going to drink it until I eat the salad first. Salad and beer is awful. Doesn't even go together. Salad and the steak and the baked potato is fine, but salad and beer, and people laugh at that. Well, hey, they do the same thing with wine. You go to restaurants, a lot of restaurants, you get wine. They actually have recommendations to have this wine with that dish or that wine with this dish. Beer ain't no different.
Yeah. Oh, The new championship course currently being built south of the Turnpike is Shallow Creek. No timeline for opening. So that's one of the new ones that haven't opened yet.
Yeah. Oh, I know they're going to have them down there, but I don't know. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. The wind's picking up, guys. We're getting close. We're about 10 minutes till, so we may make it through to 2. The family man, hello from New England. Well, hello, family man. How you doing?
Terry Walker says South Catherine here by Sawgrass.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
Yeah, that's a good area. We was down there not too long ago. Did a video of a guy that had a patio villa that he was wanting to sell, and I think he sold it turnkey. The person I felt sorry for was the 80-year-old lady that had been renting this thing, and she wanted to rent it again, and he decided to sell it.
Yeah.
She didn't want him to sell it.
You never know. The new owners may have rented it to her. Yeah.
I tell you what, if I was going to buy it and rent it out, I damn sure would have got her name and number.
Yeah. Jerry says that's Shallow Creek from Indiana. Yeah.
Well, I don't even know where that is.
Well, Shallow Creek is going to be the new golf course. Jerry says from Indiana, it's Shallow Creek.
I thought you said Shallow Creek, Indiana. I don't know where that is.
Tammy says she believes the mint is used on lamb, and it might be. You know, those may have been lamb burgers, but I don't think so.
I think she's right.
Yeah.
We had a guy at work that, I think she's right about mint and lamb. I can remember hearing that.
Yeah.
And like roast beef is horseradish.
Right.
Because I used to get roast beef sandwiches from Racks in Anderson, RAX, which I don't even know if they're there anymore. And they had their own horseradish that they made there, put it on the sandwich. And I don't know which was better, the roast beef or the
yeah, it was good. It was good.
But I used to go there and get for lunch. I used to be able to go in there and get my sandwiches, and boy, they were good.
Oh, and Gen X Life said they just bought a case of Cokes in a bottle.
There you go.
Only way to drink it. Yeah.
What is it, $30-some a case?
It is at Sam's Club. I think it's $32 for a case. Yeah. But
I drink every one of them.
Yeah. And Ted Kubal said, Skip just took 10 pounds of homemade bacon off the smoker. Wow.
Who did?
Ted Kubal. Or Kubal. I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 pounds. Wow, that's a lot.
That's a whole pig.
Yeah. And Becky asked if I eat any meat. I do. Like I said, if I got no choice, sometimes I'll eat chicken. And I do eat fish. I'm kind of a pescatarian. I do eat fish and eggs.
I thought that was a religion.
No, it's not a religion.
Pescatarian?
Pescatarian. But I don't eat I don't eat fish or what have you all the time. Just if I run out of options, if that's all they've got. Although they're getting more and more vegetarian menus around here. I mean, Island Finn, they are doing a thing now where you can get, what is it? When you make your bowl for the poke bowl, they used to have just rice and then or cut up lettuce, the spring mix, is what they called it. And now they've got a rice that's some kind of vegetable. I think it's cauliflower rice or chickpea rice or something like that. So you're good if you're on the Whole Foods thing. But yeah, more and more places now, Naldo's, they have the 4 different vegetarian items on their menu, and all of them's really good. So there more and more places are getting, I think because they're getting more California people here.
They are getting a lot.
Yeah.
It was on the news last night. I watch, I don't know, it's after the news, and it's on YouTube, and it's like 20 minutes every night, and I watch it. And it just kind of takes all the news, and it takes one little thing and puts it in there. And I like to watch that. Anyway, it was talking about Florida is the #1 state population-wise growing every day than any state in the United States. And the guy's saying, and there's a reason why. He said, got to ask yourself why. And then he said, they had a report on there about California. It has more people leaving that state every day than any other state in the United States. And he gets back to that question, you got to ask yourself why. And so, anyway, I like to watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, nice. And then the ones that make it past Texas, come to Florida.
Texas was like number 2 state growing in the United
Yeah.
States.
Yeah. Sergeant Stadenko says we got a bear in the air. Well, I hope the weather isn't getting that serious.
No, that's trucker talk.
Well, I know, but
Got a bear in the air. That's what them guys that didn't work for us. They'd lie all the time saying, well, you get up around mile marker 125, there's a bear in the air. There was nothing up there.
okay. And David S. is from Northwest Indiana. David, Kevin K. is in Fort Wayne. Oh, there goes the awning. So the wind is getting stronger.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably wrap this up here soon before we get rained on.
Yeah, try to go in and put it back out, or just try to do it without it.
I think I'd do it without it. And I said, if it starts, then we'll just.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, do we look different in the daylight?
Do I look different in the daylight?
Oh my. Mandy K, 89 in St. Louis. Wow. Well, yeah, that's what I said. I thought Indiana was supposed to get warmer than, I think he said it was 62. David S. is Skip and Sue. Have you ever been to Bobby Plump's Last Shot restaurant in Indianapolis?
Oh, it's been a long time since we've been to any restaurant in Indianapolis.
Yeah, we haven't been up there in a while. I mean, we go every year to see the family, but
well, we'll go for to see Jean, not the family. She's kind of like family.
Yeah.
But if there's a new great restaurant, because I always take Jean out to breakfast and dinner while I'm there, she likes to stay at her house for nothing. So I take her out to dinner because I just don't like doing that. And I take her out to breakfast every morning that we're there. And so if there's a really new great restaurant, I'm always willing to try them, as long as I don't have to drive all the way around Indianapolis to get to this dump. Like Brownsburg is where she lives, if you know where that's at there. And it seems like most of the best restaurants are always down around Greenwood. And that's kind of a haul to go down there to eat. And I don't really care for doing that.
But now that Bobby Plump's was in around the racetrack there, we did go to one where the lady race driver, she had her own restaurant there.
Yeah, what's her name? The blonde, little blonde. We went there. Food was okay. There was a go-kart racetrack inside this restaurant. It was different. It was different.
It was cool. Yeah, it was a really, really cool place. But like I think the place you're talking about was maybe built after that, because that was a good while ago. And I said it's all down around the what's that town? Speedway area. They had a little area they were starting to build all these restaurants, and I said, and that was the first one that we went to, is the one with the racetrack next to it. It was really cool. Okay.
Do we know that they're building? It says the biggest Buckeye. But they all say that biggest. This is the biggest Buc-ee's. We don't know that they are or they're not. But yeah, we know they're building a new Buc-ee's up there north of Ocala, and I'm glad of it. I like Buc-ee's. They can be a nightmare on holiday weekends. I'm telling you. But as far as RV goes and things, they're easy in. Well, kind of easy in, easy out, getting gas. The problem with Buc-ee's is like every other gas station. You go into any gas station, you go into any Buc-ee's, and I point it out all the time. You'll see 50 cars sitting at the gas pump, and there's nobody in them cars. There's nothing but blocking gas pumps.
Yeah, they don't pull out.
And there's a parking lot there big enough to park 500 cars.
Oh, and then Toby LeYoung says $75 a month to cut grass is cheap compared to what they pay in Queens.
It might be cheap compared to Indiana. I understand all that, but I'm talking about here. She's not calling a company in Indiana to come and mow grass here. And I just think $70 here. What was it, 70 or 75? 75? I just told you a while ago. She said it was like 70 or whatever it was. 70 for a small patio villa. That's too much. I know times change, but when we had our patio villa, we paid a guy $20 a month to mow our grass. Yeah. And he just showed up with a little push mower because 4 passes and you're done. There's like no grass there. So I think 75 is outrageous. But there again, I don't know who she called. I don't know what she asked for. I mean, because some people think that when you say landscaper to mow your grass, they think that includes trimming bushes, trimming trees, and it does not include all that.
Yeah.
I'm talking just mowing the grass, and usually what's included in that is mowing, edging, and blowing. That's required by district rules.
Yeah.
And I pay $40.
45.
I paid $45 here, so a patio villa should be less than that, but
Yeah.
no more than that, unless she's on a corner lot, because it all goes by square footage, and she has a huge yard.
Right.
And I don't know if that's true or not true.
Well, Tedster 3999 says, enjoy listening to you guys.
We get a super chat? Oh, I thought, what'd you say?
The name was
Oh, never mind.
Tedster 3999.
Somebody sent me $3.99.
Enjoy listening to you guys. We are building in Mount Dora, 55 plus. Well, great. Nice mountain. I love Mount Dora. It's one of those towns you go and just kind of piddle around in, and they've got some really good restaurants in there. Try the Green Goblin, or the Goblin Market's what it is. Really, really nice place.
Even Bill agrees. He says 75 is just way too high here unless there's something added to that. And yeah, I think it is too, but that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Shallow Creek, is that a restaurant?
No, that's the new golf course that they're building, the new championship course.
Oh, okay. Like I say, when they get them things open, I'll take the W&L crew and we'll find one of these and we'll go down there and we'll have some lunch or dinner or something and do some video.
Check it out.
We'll check it out. Yeah,
there isn't a restaurant at Southern Oaks, and I didn't think so. It's a championship course, only 18 holes straight across the road from Sawgrass.
They got a championship course, but they're not going to have a restaurant?
They haven't got it built yet. I think they're going to have one. It's just not built.
I was going to say, they all do.
But now, if it's right across from Sawgrass, maybe not.
I don't know why they wouldn't. They need more down there now. They're going to be able to spread this population out, especially when snowbirds come around. Yeah. And I'm not picking on snowbirds. Everybody says I am. It's just a fact. When snowbirds are here, our population doubles. Yeah. And if you think the restaurants are crowded now, you wait till the snowbirds get here. If they don't add more, it's just. But all of Florida doubles during that time. Yeah. Everywhere you come in Florida is busy that time of year. So what you got to do is you got to time it. If you're used to eating dinner at 6 o'clock, go at 4. That's all you can do, or stand in line. If you're comfortable with standing in line, that's fine. Okay. And William said, did you know they have Publix has stores deemed sip and shop that have a bar in them? Well, I know the one down here, Trailwinds, has an upstairs where you can buy your food in there at the place where you have the chef portion and take it upstairs, and they've got tables and chairs up there that you can eat and watch the other shoppers. Deb used to tell me about that. She used to really love going up there and watching everybody else shop. Really? Yeah. I didn't see it when I was there. Well, I know. You never mentioned it. I figured you didn't know. Maybe it's closed at night, because I went up there in the middle of the night. Well, there's nothing up there other than tables and chairs. I would go. Did you say it was beer? Some of them are sip and shop. You cannot drink and drive. So if you go to a store and drink beer up there, you're leaving, getting in a car, and you've been drinking. Well, nobody said it was a smart thing, but they are opening the ones that are sip and shop. Nobody down here drinks and drives. Yeah, read the news. Leon Schultz, hi, Skip and Sue, just come back from Florida on Monday. Had great weather last week. I think he knew, the family man. Did you know that they're building oh, yeah. He knew? Leon, no, we've talked to him before. We have? Yes. Okay, sorry. I just forget things. Yeah. And Meta wants to know what grocery store I usually frequent. Well, I do Winn-Dixie because I like their buy one, get one, although it's kind of a thing. They raise the prices and then it's buy one, get one. But I like Aldi's. The Aldi's here is pretty nice, and I can get some really deals on certain things, but there's certain things I can't get at Aldi's. So I go to Winn-Dixie because it's close, it's convenient. And like I said, I like the coupons or whatever that they have. It's all online now. It's all on my phone, but I like that kind of thing. Bobby Plump's /Shot restaurant in Indianapolis. Yeah, and I have heard of that, but I think it was built after we went to Sarah. I'm going to Google it when I go in there. Oh, okay. I have never heard of it. Yeah. I mean, in Indianapolis, but where in Indianapolis? I mean,
Well, I think it's down there where her place was, but
Her place. Whose place?
Sarah, I can't think of the last name, the race driver.
Speedway.
Yeah, in Speedway.
He says Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. If it's been there longer than hers has, why that it'd be
I'll
an
Google it and find out where it is,
Yeah.
see what it is.
And Marcia wants to know if you drink beer with pizza.
Yeah. Pizza and beer goes good. There's only certain things, fruits and salads and beer do not go together with me at all. It's and actually it ain't just that. There are some seasonings that if you put it on certain foods, it makes the food smell rotten. And I don't like that smell at all. And I don't know exactly what seasonings it is, but I just know that there are certain seasonings that you can put it on, and one of them is like chicken. They can put it on chicken. She brought chicken home one day that was roasted from, I think, Publix. And I don't really care for roasted chicken all that much anyway, but I usually just take the skin off because I like my skin to be crispy, not the way that it is when they roast it. So I'll take it off, but I can eat the chicken. They had a seasoning on there, and I told Sue, I said, does this chicken smell rotten to you? And she's used to roasted chicken, so I just couldn't eat it. If it smells like it's rancid, I'm not going to eat it. It goes back to my trucking days, man. In truck stops, you had to beware of what you ate. And if it smelled, looked, or something off on it, I just wouldn't eat it. Nothing like being sick in the middle of nowhere and you got 500 miles to go.
Well, and it's
That's
starting to rain.
Nothing like being sick in the middle of nowhere and 500 miles to go.
That's a trucker song. We're gonna have to go, guys, because it's starting to rain here, and I said we're gonna run out of juice here in just any minute because we're past our 2 o'clock mark.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see y'all. See you on the other side.
Not sure what side. Oh, you guys keep coming back. Keep watching them videos. Keep giving me them thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Join my club if you haven't. It's only 99 cents. Oops, I hit the wrong button, I think. Oh, I shut this thing. I never can remember how to shut this thing off. Oh, there it is.